you have here is the basic setup for an acid-base titration. We have our burettes, which means we measure the acid and all the other apparatus that are needed here. I'll just go right on to the first step. The first thing you do when you want to carry out your acid-base titration is to fill up your burette onto the 0.00 centimeter mark. And to do that, you need your filter funnel and you pour your acid all the way to the 0.00 centimeter mark. Now, after this, you remove your funnel. One of the precautions you must take while doing this. Now, the next thing to do is to measure our base. And for the base, we use the pipette, which is graduated to the 25 centimeter mark. Just a mark you are going to find on the pipette. Now, this is the second step, where you measure your 25 cm³ of the base. Good. And there I have it. Now take another apparatus known as the conical flask and add and pour that in 25 cm³ of the base. Now after doing that, we need to add an acid-base indicator. What an acid-base indicator does is that it helps us to know when we finally have all the acid neutralized by the base in this place. Now when you pour your methyl orange into your base, you are going to have a yellow color. 2-3 drops of methyl orange will be enough. Now I am going to begin titrating, and by titrating I mean adding drops by drops gradually some certain volume of the acid into the base until I observe that the yellow color of the base has completely changed from yellow into orange, a sign that signifies the formation of the salt. This point is known as the end point, you see, and at this point we will say that the salt has totally been formed. That means all of the base and the acid have reacted to give us your salt. Now you are going to be looking out for your orange color, and titration begins now, which is going to be our fourth step. I begin to titrate the solution of the acid against the base. Now this first titration is called the rough titer, which is done to give me an estimate of the volume of the acid I need to completely react to the base. Our color is still yellow, meaning we have to continue. Now, you can see that the color of the base has changed from yellow to orange. What this tells us is that all of the acid that we pour into this conical flask has completely been neutralized by the base to form salt and water. Now the next thing I have to do is to go and check what is the volume of that acid that I poured in, and I can easily look at the readings on the burette, and what I have here, I have to use the memiscos, is 4.60 cm³. What that means is that the volume of the acid that reacts to the base is 4.6 cm³. At this point, what I will do is to discard this and begin the process again. I begin the process again of doing this titration. Now, the one I just did is the rough. I will have to carry out the procedures again to get my first titer. So it's basically a repetition of the process until we have enough values that helps us to calculate for the volume of the acid. base has been measured, 25 cm cube of the base. Again, I add 3 drops of my methyl orange to the base. That's just 2. I'm going to add a third one just for accurate results. Now, before I begin titrating this, I have to take my values down. Before I begin to do the first titer, I have to take my values down. On my table, I have the table for the rough. So I'm going to write the value I just got, 4.60, as the final reading for my rough. Now I can decide to fill this up to the 0.00 centimeter mark for my first titration, or I could decide to take this one as my initial for the first titration and just go right ahead and continue titrating. But for sake of this class, I am going to fill it up to the 0.0 centimeter cube. And there you have it, 0.0 centimeter cube. Now, I commence the first titer. Now, I'll begin to do this titration until, once again, I observe the color change from yellow to orange. And here you can see that our color has entirely changed from the color yellow to orange. Now when you are doing this, you may have that orange color may go beyond the orange color. You may not have a pink color or a red color of the base of the solution we have here from our titration. Nevertheless, you are expected to go back and record your values, record it down, and continue to carry out the process. Now what I see here is actually 4.70. Now for my first titer, the final is going to be 4.70 centimeter cube. Now remember that I filled it up to the 0.0 centimeter mark, and that's going to be my initial. I will have that as 0.00 centimeter cube as my initial value for my first titer. Now lastly, I am going to carry out the second titer, which will be enough to help me get the average volume of the acid used. But for this one, again, I will measure the volume of the base. Once again, measure 25 cm cube of the base. And add 2 or 3 drops of methyl orange. And you can see there, you have the yellow color of the base. Now I begin to titrate. Now at this point, I am not going to fill back to the 0.00 centimeter mark. That will mean that the value I'm seeing here for my first titer is going to be my initial burette reading for the second titer. The initial burette reading for the second titer. Now I have to take that down. The initial burette reading is 4.70 centimeter cube. Now I commence my titration, gradually adding the acid to the base until I observe a color change from yellow to orange, which will signify my end point where the acid has completely been neutralized by the base. Now you have to be careful, and in order for you to have an orange color and not a pink, you add in drops. I'm doing now, drops, 2 or 3 drops of the acid, just to have an accurate result. And there you have it. Our color has entirely changed from yellow to orange. What I have to do now is to get my reading. And my reading here is 8.5. 8.5. You have to be careful for the reading to be at the base of the meniscus. So I'm going to write 8.5 cm3. Now, these are the values I've gotten from titrating the acids against the base. In order to get the average of these readings, what I have to do is to pick 2 or 3 values and divide it by the number of values I've picked. That is to get the average volume of the acid used. And at the end of the day, we would have successfully carried out our acid-base titration.